I always forget that that's a two-step process now. Hey everybody, what's up? My name is All0 with 0 Hour Gaming and Overclock Remix in the back. And I haven't streamed in a little while, but there's plenty of stuff I could be doing, and I'm not doing anything today, so I figured why not entertain you guys for a little bit with a little bit of something, and maybe a little bit more later, depending on how I'm feeling after that first something is complete. So I got a bunch of stuff on my desk that is in a state of disrepair and could use some repair. Well, not repair, but construction. So we're going to be doing some building today. I haven't decided if this is all I'm going to do or if this is what I'm going to do yet, but at least one of the things on my desk is definitely getting put together today, so rest assured on that. January was interesting. Nice quiet month after the chaotic end of last year. I don't know, I don't really have a whole lot to say. I've just had a lot on my mind lately, I guess. Been thinking about some things. And, I don't know. Oh, I know what I did forget. I didn't make myself tea, but that's okay. I have lemonade down here somewhere or other, so I'll drink lemonade instead. And if I am in the mood for some tea, maybe I'll share with you what kind of tea I make later. But for the time being, let's get over to the correct screen for this, which is also a two-step process. Yes? Yes. So, on my desk, I have that 30-minute missions kit that I've been talking about. I've had this one sitting around for a while. I haven't built it yet. I have this one, and 3 other ones that I still haven't done yet. And then besides that, I have a couple of Lego sets that I haven't done. These, you know, Legos are my bread and butter, so that's not going to be any big deal for me. I guess I really ought to include Lego in my tags, huh? Do that later. And then, one special thing, if I'm really in the mood to do it today. I got one of these crystal puzzles a long time ago, and I have 4 of them. I built 2. And there's this one and one other one that I have to go look for. It's in my closet somewhere. But I love these things. They're a lot of fun. So at some point, either today or another day, I am definitely going to build this on stream. Just because I think it'll be fun. I mean, they're not super complicated per se, but they don't come with instructions. They're brain teasers. So it's just one of those, you know, turn your mind off or put your mind in idle and just let your hands do the work. I like those. So, I don't know, what am I doing? At the very least, let's start with the model kit, because I know I'm going to be finishing it. And of course, just like always, if, you know, anything seems out of whack, if my audio levels are messed up, if you can't see something I'm doing or whatever have you, just let me know, I will correct it. This is always a work in progress as far as I'm concerned. Because I am not Markiplier or Mr. Beast, and I do not have a team of people helping me with this. It's just kind of me. So, actually, before I even do that, let's switch over to here. So the first one I'm doing, this is out of Namco Bandai's 30-minute mission set. I love these things. I got one kind of on a lark when I was at USA Gundam. I want to say that was in December. Yeah, it had to have been December, because that's when I started this crazy nonsense. So, my buddy Cypher and I were over at USA Gundam because he was looking for something. And I went with him, and we were browsing around, and I happened to catch sight of one of these on a shelf way in the back. Now, at this point, I had a couple of Gunpla kits that I hadn't built, and I was intending to start at some point. I just hadn't picked a date. But we were there, and I saw this thing, or I saw this and all the other ones that were on the shelf with it, and I don't know, something just, yeah, I had a little extra money in my pocket that day, so I picked one. I picked up, not this one actually. I picked up the Rabiot. That was the first one I bought, and that's the one that's up there. And my buddy Cypher bought me a Gunpla for Christmas. So he's like, okay, well, I brought it home. And at that point, I'm like, okay, well, this hobby is obviously going to be thrust upon me one way or another, so I may as well, get to working on it. So I pulled out, I bought this and I bought one other one. That's the Death Scythe that's up there. Because the Death Scythe was on sale, and Death Scythe is probably one of my favorite mechs from Gundam. So I bought that. And he bought me the Conti that I built, the 00 Conti that I built last time. And I had an Exia that I hadn't, no, that's not the Exia, that's the 00 that I had up there that I never built. So I built that one off stream for reasons. In my closet, I still have the Death Scythe Hell Endless Waltz edition that I haven't touched yet. That one will get done on stream, absolute promise for that. But then I built the Rabiot. I finished the Death Scythe while we were watching Gundam Wing because we were just in the mood for it, and we marathoned the whole thing start to finish during Christmas time. It was awesome. I forgot how incredibly cheesy Gundam Wing was, but we watched the whole thing plus Endless Waltz right after, so neither here nor there. Then I watched Iron Blooded Orphans, and I was back on a Gundam kick, so I'm like, yeah, why not? So I pulled out the Rabiot kit after he left, and I did the Rabiot kit while he was here. Yeah. So I did the Rabiot kit while he was here, and I absolutely fell in love with these. And it was really interesting because having come right off the Death Scythe, going into that, the difference in how the runners are laid out, I honestly think I like the 30-minute missions kits better for that. Because the layout of the runners, even if you didn't have the instructions, you could probably pick through building the entire thing from start to finish, because the runners are all, if you hold them all right side up and you lay them out next to each other, each section of this mech, like the head, for example, the top portions of the runners would be everything that you need for the head, and then the arms and the shoulders and the torso and so on and so forth. Like, the whole thing's really well laid out. So I love building these things. They're fun. And the other reason that I like these things is because, in the same way I love Legos because you can do whatever you want with them, these things are super customizable. And not just for the stuff that they've put out for the 30-minute missions kits, but a lot of the HG Universal Century aftermarket options parts that they do will work with these, which is really cool, and that's by design. They made them like that. So if you're into building model kits or kit bashing different model kits together or whatever have you, you probably ought to try one of these because they're a lot of fun. So anyway, I'm gonna build the Alto that I've had for a month and change. While I'm on stream today, and then after that we'll figure out what I'm in the mood to do. I probably will do at least the Legos. And then, time permitting, I may either do all together or at least start that crystal puzzle. The thing with the crystal puzzle, though, is if I'm gonna do it, I have to do it start to finish, because it's not really something that you can put aside and come back to, in my opinion. It's easier when you're working through them if you just kind of go through it all at once. And they can take anywhere from, a little while to a lot of while, depending on how complex they are, how weird the pieces are shaped. So, time permitting, I may do it today. If not, there's always tomorrow. So, we're gonna start with the Rabiot kit, and let me know if you think I should have more light down here. I have my cam light off right now, so if we need more light, just let me know. But honestly, I think it looks better this way, a little dark, because the last time I was doing this, I had the glare on my desk and it didn't really look right to me. So anyway, in the box we have this one looks like it's got 3 runners if you don't count the ball joint pieces, and the instructions. I'm going to move the box over to the side like so, and I'm going to move my screws over here. Don't mind the sharp pointy thing that I have on my desk. I have a lot of those. And I'm probably not going to do any stickering, because for these kits, I'm definitely going to end up painting them at some point. So I don't want to sticker any of them until after that process. And I haven't decided on whether or not I'm buying myself an airbrush yet, because that can get pricey. And I'm not in for pricing just yet. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I mean about the runners. They actually even have a picture of it up here. Alright, so that is effectively what we're going to be doing, and then the layout of the runners is a little below it. But as you can see, like, each section kind of corresponds to exactly where on the mech everything's going to go. So it's basically just nipping from top to bottom and putting the pieces that look like they go together. And I really love that about these kits. Like, they're very first timer friendly, I think. Alright, so where are we starting? Where's the beginning, I should say. Oh, that is the beginning, haha. Alright, so first two pieces that it wants us to do are the head section and the body section. The head consists of effectively 3 pieces, and then the body's a little more involved. I'll leave the instructions right down here so I can see them. Probably help if I actually pulled out the tools that I'm going to need. I may or may not panel line it as I go. I haven't decided that yet. And I don't quite think anybody's around yet, but, you know, as always when I'm doing this, chat is always open, so if you have any questions for me or you just want to pop by and say hi, be my guest. I'm not shy. Alright, so, like I was saying with the instructions, the head section on all the runners is always, if you hold them kind of right side up, each section corresponds to exactly where everything's going to be. So, like, the head section is going to be right there, and then it's going to be the shoulders and the torso, then the arms and shoulders, and then the legs down at the bottom. And then usually the last 2 runners are like the weapons kits, and they always have one special one for the ball joints, and the regular HG Gundam kits are like that too. So that's no big surprise there. This Rabiot, or this Alto, is dark gray and black color scheme. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna start with the head and work our way down. And again, if anything is out of focus or out of frame, please let me know, because I need to get better at keeping things in frame. Got a little too close on that one. I wonder how good it would be if I just call out the pieces as I'm putting them together. So that first one that I pulled off was the front of the, or that's the face mask. This is effectively the sensor array, which is the glowing part that you always see in Gundams. Hey, what's up, Matt? Glad you could stop in and check out the stream. I know I had originally posted that I was going to do this last week, and then things came up, so I never got around to it. So my apologies for not announcing a little further in advance so people could stop by and hang out, but... And thank you for that sub. I do appreciate it. So yeah, unlike last time where I did that double O Conti, I'm actually doing one of the 30-minute mission kits this time. So, let's see. A3, A4, A2, so A3 and A4. And much like the HG kits, these only go together one way, so it's basically just find the piece that goes with the other piece and put that piece in that piece. Let's see, top to bottom, so something like that. And these teeny tiny pieces are actually exactly the reason that I love the tweezers that came with this kit. Not this kit, but the kit that I bought that's down here. So, what's new with you, Matt? How's everything treating you these days? Oh, that actually goes the other way, like so. Or is that right? No, that's not right. Yeah. All the pieces. Well, I mean, if you got any questions, now's definitely the time to ask. I'd hardly call myself a pro, but I seem to have picked it up a little quicker than most people do, so... But yeah. So, head section complete. I don't know where I should put these, because trash is going to end up in there. I guess I'll just leave them there for the time being. They're a little hard to see down there, but I'll try and point them out. So. Alright. Maybe I don't need all the light, but I can use some of the light to like adjust it. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so head done. Next is the torso, so we're doing A6. Yeah, just like the high grade kits or any of the kits really. They actually in these recommend that you don't cut right up against the runners. I'm generally pretty careful about it, so I don't mind. And I haven't made any heinous mistakes yet, but I know it's a bad habit that I've already gotten into. Out of curiosity, was that what was the first one that you did, or the first one that you finished, I should say? I need Bravo 4. Bravo 4. Helps to actually have it facing the right way. And be right side up. Let's see, Bravo 4, there's a pair of those. Yeah, the other thing to watch for as I'm doing this is how the pieces disappear off the runner, because like I said, these the way that they're laid out is really, really nice. And in all honesty, if you've never built one of these before, I would almost say, if you can find one, pick one of these up and just give it a try, because it'll teach you a lot about how the regular HG models even are built. Ooh, nice. RX-78 too. And then those two pieces, where the other ones go? Those two pieces will comprise the shoulder sockets, and those go in like so. And then Bravo 1, which is the neck assembly. And brought end Alpha 5, which is the back of the chest. Back of the torso, rather. You planning on painting that model that you did, even though it's your first time? That's kind of the conundrum that both myself and Lone Wolf are having right now, is whether or not we should. Well, he's definitely painting it. I haven't decided. But I'm leaning very, very close to pulling the trigger on that whole escapade. And then the neck assembly goes in forward. And then the whole thing closes up. What, me? No, actually it's a little file that came with this kit that I got. But it's not super fine. They actually have more sand brushes for that on the inside. And it's got the rough, the medium, and then the ultra fine for serious cleanups. But I'm generally pretty careful about it, so I don't have to do too much cleaning after. But it's mostly just to sand the edges down so they're not rough or anything like that. So let's see. Oh, pfft. And that's what I get for not paying attention. I have to open the torso up because I missed a part. And that is what this is for. Oh, you don't paint? Okay. Trying to be gentle as I do this, because the last thing I want to do is crack it. I will say, doing Gunpla kits, they are a little harder to pry apart than Legos. But that's by design. They're not really supposed to come apart once they're done. So that little wedge right there helps quite a bit to pry them gently apart. Alright, so let's try that again without missing a piece. Alright, so put those back the way they were supposed to go. And let's go find the other piece that I never put in. That's Bravo 2 and one of the ball joints. So, and that's another thing that's nice about these is when you're looking at them, like I said before, because of the way that they're laid out, it's very easy to catch your mistakes, such as they are. And I need the ball joint from this one. I swear at some point when I have a chance to figure out how I'm going to do it, I'm going to get a better camera setup for all of this. And then it's pretty obvious where that goes. And Alpha 8. And another ball joint. And another thing that's, I've said it before, I know, but one other thing that I really like about doing these, now that I've started doing kits, is some of the techniques, or the ways that the mechs are built with these, are actually really helpful in planning out how to do similar things in Legos. Okay, so chest piece and head and ball joint underneath. Alright, so let's try that whole thing again. We have the actually completed assembly now for the torso. That will stick right next to the head. I will do final assemblies later, because that's just how I'm going to do it. Okay, I wouldn't have guessed that. Gunbird. It's been a while since I've heard that soundtrack. And next section is the arms. So we're going to do right arm, left arm next, which means I'll start on runner A again. And I am nipping off 10, 11, and 14. And for this part, all the ones that are going to be duplicates, like the arm sections and the leg sections, usually they'll be marked together, so it's like 10, 10, 11, 10, 11, like that. So they're not super hard to track down when you're looking for them. But yeah, that's one easy way on these to know that they go together, because they're already together. And 14, 14, 14, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, that's part of the reason that I like this, is because it's really it's very precise so you can get very clean strokes across where you're snipping them off, so you don't really lose a lot of detail when you do it. Dropping these things is going to be the death of me, I swear. No, I didn't see where that one went. So since we're talking about model kits and Gunpla, anybody out there watching Witch from Mercury? The first season just concluded, and have opinions on it. Alright, so this looks like the shoulder assembly. A10. Okay. It's been a very long time since I've seen the OG Mobile Suit Gundam series, so I can't really comment on that because it's not fresh in mind. But how'd you like Wing, since I just watched that with a buddy of mine? Oh, that is very interesting. And see, even the Alto compared to the Rabiot, like, that's a very different way that they put the shoulder joint together. Yeah, that is a very interesting way that they did that. A12 and A13, that's just the arm, or the forearm. 12 and 13. These have such a really nice snap when you put them together. A15. 15. shouldn't cut that close, but... Yeah, you have to be really careful about doing that for some of those joints. And the real different plastics, the ones that you'll feel the most difference are like ball joints, and most of the ones on this runner feel different than this. So like the B runners, where a lot of the elbow joints are, and then these ball joints. This plastic feels much different than this plastic, which feels much different than this plastic. These are easy to clean, these less so, and these you have to be real careful about cleaning because you can strip these really bare really quickly. So generally the ball joints I don't mess with all too, the ones on this I don't mess with all too much. And that is the back of the, which one am I doing? A15, B8. Yeah, here's one that I'm going to have to clean the back of because it's a ball joint. But that is where this file comes in very handy because, like I said, it's very precise, so all you have to do is very gently go over and around the top, and that way you don't warp it at all, but you still clean it very nicely. Backwards, backwards. Let's see, I'm just going to put the forearm and the arm together now. Lie that flat. Bravo 10. Bravo 10. But yeah, you can feel how much softer this is than the stuff on the A palette. Yeah, I'm not sure if you bought a kit when you got your nippers, but if you haven't, let me see if I can find the one I bought. It's not super expensive, but it's really, really nice. Where's my cursor? And I'll throw a link to it in the chat as well. Yeah, this kit is probably what I would recommend if you didn't already buy one. And even if you did already buy nippers, the kit's still well worth it. Because it comes with all the tools that you see in here, including these, including that pair of tweezers that's right there. Which, for me, because I have very, very large hands and fingers, these angled tweezers, not the straight ones, I haven't actually even used those yet, but these angled tweezers are a godsend. And then, this file right here is absolutely perfect for making sure that things stay nice and clean. And then it gives you the sponge boards as well to like do really fine sanding if you need to. But this is primarily what I use for the corners. goes to the outside like so. Off of 9. One of these days, when I'm a little more confident in my ability to do it in a timely fashion, or maybe even not, I'd mostly have to have somewhere to put it after the fact. But I have an Endless Waltz Death Scythe Hell in there that I do intend to build at some point, and I will do that one on stream just because I've never built Master Grade before. That is Bravo 5 and 6. Bravo 5 and 6. And then, like you had mentioned before, with the shoulder joints and the elbow joints, these are usually the ones that you need to clean for articulation, because if you don't, they'll hitch against the armor pieces after the fact. So you want to make sure those are nice and smooth when you do it. I know I'm not staying over my desk. I do apologize for that. I really wish I had my camera like back here and looking over my shoulder, because that would make it a lot easier to see this stuff, I think. Okay, so 5 and 6. And then that goes down on the sleeve like so. We'll just turn that the way it's supposed to go. And then yeah, they did this different than the Rabiot. I'm gonna have to build the other Rabiot that I have. Okay. But yeah, the shoulder, or the pauldron for this arm is put on much different than the Rabiot was even. I did put that one on right? Yeah, not bad. Or did I? Oh yeah, that's right. Anyway. Alright, so, right arm complete. I guess I'm going to have to start arranging them in some semblance of a manner like that. Thank you. See, I knew there was something missing. Bravo 9, and that's another thing that I've seen it on a couple of the Gundam or the HG kits, like the Double O Conti that I did had this same way of doing the joints, where the joints like open and then it has a cap that kind of keeps everything solid once you've applied everything. And that's what this piece is the joint cap for the elbow. And it goes like so, right into the elbow joint like so, right up against the forearm. There's that. Yeah, I just didn't put it in at the right angle, I guess. There we go. And that is why I love the tweezers in this kit, because for precision things that my rather large fingers can't hit sometimes, it's absolutely necessary. Right arm, so A10, A11, A14. And then the other thing that's nice about these is because, you know, much like the HG kits, everything is everything is symmetrical for the most part. Once you've built one side, you kind of have a feel for how the other one's going to go. So matching up the pieces isn't so bad. A10, 11, A10, A11, A14. And I know there was one off. 3. Actually, I didn't do my shoulder. That was close. Yeah, much like you mentioned before, the name of the game is trying to keep everything nice and clean without making too much of it. Whereas then you'll just have a rough looking model kit after you're done. Alright, let's try that again. So I already know where you go. Lemmings, wow, okay. A12, A13. You know, honestly, just based on the way that I tend to work, forgive the momentary minor adjustment, since I tend to work here. So I won't be as likely to have it off frame when I'm working. Bravo 7 and A16. So I see a couple of people out there in TV land watching. Who else is out there? Come on, say hi. And I'm sure I could snoop if I really wanted to, but it's more fun if you actually interact, so. Alpha 9, that's the car. The sleeve, rather. Bravo 5 and 6. Oh, got to cut off the, line. And I get that I should have put that part on first. It would have made it a little easier without the tweezers.
The night was cold and bitter, he was looking for an inn, when the devil shined before him, showing off an awful grin. The demon spake and frozen, and he nodded to the beast. A feast was small, the dark one said,
And we have a right arm. Alto's coming together. Let's see, we have roughly half of the Alpha Runner clear now. Look at this, I don't know what that is. Which is weird, because that shouldn't happen like that. Oh yeah, it hasn't called for Alpha 7 yet. Oh wait, yes it did. I just missed it. But thankfully Alpha 7's an outside part. And see, that's the other thing that makes these sets nice is being able to just look across the runner and see what's there and what's not. Because by this point, everything on that top side of the runner should have been clear, so I knew that I was missing. And that I recall, there aren't usually a lot of extra pieces with these sets. But that Alpha 7 part is actually the cockpit piece was right there in the center of the chest and I missed it. Alright, so now that's done. So as I was saying before, entire top section of the runner is missing. That's everything for the head, everything for the torso, everything for the arms, and then same thing on the B runner. Put it right side up. Nothing for the head. This was the neck joint and the arms, torso. So next we're doing, I believe, the legs. No, waist next. Okay. Waist next. So that's Bravo 13, 14, 12, 13, 14. Of which 13 is most of the unit. That's the actual waist. 14, where's 14? 14, there are 2. Yeah, I don't know that soundtrack very well. 12, 13, 14, where's 12? 12 is right here. And then here's one of those areas you have to be real careful of, because 12 actually has a little notch there, and you are not supposed to cut that. So just make sure when you're looking at it that you're careful. And usually on the instructions too, I'll pull this off to show. It will usually indicate on the instructions where there's a little notch that you're not supposed to cut off. And yes, you do. 30-minute missions alto. Welcome, PG name 1122. And A20 and A19. This is just the base. What am I looking for? 19 and 20. Yeah, I saw a an Alto ground type. I haven't seen the Air Force one yet. So the only ones that I've seen in the wild that I could buy were the standard ones. So that's what I bought. But just like the Rabiot that I built before it, I love it so far. Yeah, it looks like a neat kit. Come on, don't be stubborn. Alright, so... Where'd you go? Probably should have checked those before I put them on. That's okay. Oh, hey, thanks for the follow. Or wait, no, that's sub, right? Yeah, thanks for the sub. And then that's Alpha 25 and B Bravo 11. Speaking of tank backpack, I was bored and I had a little extra money to spend, so I picked up the 30-minute missions. Which one was that? Option Parts 8, the one that comes with the AFMS Team backpack. That's actually a lot of fun to put together. It's pretty neat. It comes with 2 mines, a collapsing rifle, and a briefcase, of all things. Yeah, the support backpack. 25. Ooh, very nice. Yeah, I'm trying to slow down my spending because I'm trying to recover from the Christmas haul, from all the stuff I bought on Christmas. But once my money is back to being the way it should be, I'll probably pick up a couple extra kits. Even though I still have 3 more that are sitting in another room that I haven't built yet. But I wanted to do them all on stream, so grab that 11. That way. Is it one of the 30-minute Sisters kits, or just or a completely different one? Mm.
Sometimes I lie awake at night and wait. The shadows changing on the hollow wall.
Other than glancing up at chat, in case you wonder why I look up and to the left sometimes, it's because I'm curious as to what's playing. And usually that comes in one of 2 flavors. It's either I recognize the song and I want to know what particular flavor of the song it is, or I don't recognize the song and I'm very curious as to what it is. Like that Lemmings track that was playing earlier, I didn't know what that one was. Okay, waist is done. Oh, now we're on the legs. Coming up on the home stretch because most of the B is done and most of the A is done too. This is the what's it called? The Roy over here. So hypothetically, I could just nip those off and build those real quick, but I'll do that later. Are you planning on painting any of yours, or are you planning on leaving them as is? 22, 22, 22.
Imagine how your lips would taste and how your breath would
4.
against my
Okay. Yeah, I haven't gotten around to painting yet either. I have a feeling that'll be coming soon, though, because I have some ideas for a color scheme for the Rabiat that I built. And honestly, this Alto, I could think of a nice one for it, too. 26 and 27. Oh, they're not moving too far, are they? I remember that happened to a comic book store that I used to frequent when I was much younger. They moved halfway across town and I had no way to get to them after they did. Till I was much older and I could actually go there. Well, make sure you keep tabs on them, especially if you know the people who own the place, because usually they'll be happy to see you know, regular customers. Honestly, I don't even know why I looked, because it only goes in one way. Mm-hmm. 23, 29, 28. Oh, nice. Yeah, being a regular at a hobby shop's always a cool experience because they'll show you and not give, but they'll give you opportunities that you wouldn't normally get if you weren't. It's also cool to just, you know somebody else who has the same hobby as you, because then you can have somebody to talk to. Nice. And Bravo 18. Oh, that's good. Honestly, I miss being on that kind of term with the comic shop that I used to go to when I lived in a different city. Okay, so now we're going to some more joints. 17. Again, forgive my bad habit of not working on screen because my desk area is a little tight, but I try to make do. Oh, nice. Yeah, funny enough, the RC car store and the model plane store near me does not deal with any of these kind of model kits. They have other stuff. I actually have a dedicated store for gunplay. Um, 15, 16. These. Uh-oh. This may sound weird if nobody here has played it, but the absolute best part of Final Fantasy XIII was the end of the game. And I say that with no malice, I completely mean that. Level 20 and A30. Level 20. I did say 30, right? Yeah. You know, speaking of RC cars, that's something I'm really shocked I never got into when I was a kid. But I guess it had more to do with money than anything else, because I never really had money for that kind of stuff when I was younger. I know that's at least partially because I spend all my money on Legos. Oh, because I hadn't gotten there yet, haha. Bravo 19. I haven't actually built any anime model kits yet. Mostly what I do for my anime stuff is just resin figures. Funny enough, my girlfriend actually has a couple of anime model kits that they haven't built yet. Oh, it's really good. Well, we're getting there. Right leg done. How do I even? Yeah, I'll show my board later. I don't have a ton of Nendos up here, but we have a bunch of them elsewhere in the house. But yeah, I have spent entirely too much money on Nendos, so I know your pain there. Mm, 22 and 24. I don't think I have quite that many. I want to say we have like 14 or something. 2 of them are up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them are over there. And I think the other 5 are in the living room. And there's 3 that I have in storage I haven't pulled yet. Iron Mouse. You know, I almost, I thought about it. I was just like, I don't watch them, so I don't really feel a need to. But the Guargoro one that came out looked pretty neat. I was considering getting that one just because it looked funny. 26 and 27. She pops up on my my YouTube shorts a lot, and she is an odd one to say the least. Twenty-two, 25. 26, 27, 23, 28, 29. I think half the reason I don't watch them is because I'm seldom ever home when they're streaming. So usually the only thing I catch from any of them is shorts. Bravo 18. let's actually do some stuff here. Yeah, I knew it was mini bosses. It was way too distinct for it to be anyone else. Their covers of Metroid were really good. I'm gonna need some more shelves up there. Okay, that was clear. little sloppy on that one. Okay, so we have all of the component parts of this alto built. How about we get him on his feet and say hello? Oh yeah, that's why I love him so much. Let's see, go to the front. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, and now we have an alto. I haven't managed to find that one out in the open. I have found the night type recently. And the next thing is going to be the Roy on the weapons. Roy is like 3 parts. The night type looks awesome, and I'll probably do that one next time I stream, just because I've been itching to get that one out of the box. Really, I should have done it today, but I wanted to do the alto just to see how it looked built. I also managed to find a forestieri in the wild not too long ago, so I picked that one up too. It's another one of the kits that I have waiting around to be built. That's the one that actually comes with a beam saber, which is half the reason I wanted it in the first place. So yeah, runner 1, runner A, runner B, and the ball joint runner are all clear. Gun cannon. I know at some point I'm gonna have to buy one of those just to build it. I do too. No, I don't have the Esposito. I haven't bought one of those yet. I have the which one was it? Because I bought a bunch of these at this point as well. Where's my cursor? Nice. Yeah, I don't tend to find their option kits as readily as I find a lot of their other stuff. Let's see. Ordered that, hasn't come in yet. And a lot of the alternate color kits I haven't seen either. It's like I would have bought the Rabiot in navy if I knew if they had a navy. I only saw the dark gray when I went. Like I have this set that I built it and then immediately took it apart because one, I had nowhere to put it because it's a little bigger than my shelf space, but two, I wanted to add a flight kit to my Rabiot, so that's where that ended up. And let's see, what other options kits did I get? I have that kit. I do not have the Gatling gun kit, even though I want it. Don't have that one. I do have this one. But yeah, a lot of these I've just never seen anywhere. I have this one. And that one. But yeah, this kit was really neat. I ended up taking this this piece for my Rabiot shield. I haven't figured out what to do with any of the polearm stuff yet, and I have the sniper rifle built. From this set, I built it. I haven't assigned it to anyone yet. I think I may give the Alto a lot of this though. G Gundam was like that in general, as a series and as model kits from what I understand. Though I am really tempted to buy the God Gundam one that I'm always seeing over at the local store because it looks neat. That's just a backpack, right? Alright, let's get this weapon set done. These usually don't. Yeah, the real grade God Gundam. They have it on display at USA Gundam, and it looks really cool built. And I keep convincing myself not to buy it because I don't need more kits right now because I'm already somewhat strapped for space as far as where I put them when I'm done. But that is one that I do want to buy at some point. So, probably help if I put it back over here when I'm working on stuff. This one. Alright, so what goes to the weapon? The weapon is half and half. Alright, Matt, have a nice evening. Appreciate you stopping by. I need to get back to streaming regularly, so I can't promise I will, but that's the ambition, at least, now that the holiday season's calmed down a little bit. And yes, I am a fellow Florida man, unfortunate as that may be sometimes. Let's see. Hour and a half north would put you in Jacksonville. Hour and a half south would put you in Melbourne. Hour and a half west would put you in, like, Kissimmee, I think, or something like that. That's an interesting little add-on. It's an interesting little brass knuckle attachment that they give the Alto. That I'm guessing is where like swords and batons and stuff go. And your Roy, sir. And so, having cleaned all of my runners, I have a fully built Alto, which, in comparison, I'm going to grab my my Rabiat, just for comparison's sake. Now, lore-wise, and actually I have a better idea. Lore-wise, the Rabiat is like the second generation of the Altos. And if you look at them side by side, it really shows. I'm actually going to pull the wing kit off the Rabiat for now, so they'll both lie flat. Because remember, in lore, this whole thing is about a giant war that broke out because the Earth got invaded twice by aliens. But yeah, you can definitely tell that the Altos were like the first gen and the Rabiats are the second gen. And no, I didn't pull all of the armor off the Rabiat that I built, because these extra thrusters are from an option kit, as well as that shield and that additional cannon. but just the general frame, the build, the armor. The Rabiots were definitely designed to fend off attacks, whereas the Altos you could almost argue were more for commercial work or something. And my apologies for the camera being a little blurry, but it's because of the type of camera I'm using and where this thing is stuck, so it'll have to be good enough. Anyway. Oh god, it's already 5:30. Well, that's still not bad. I still have plenty of time. The option kit that I use for my Rabiot is basically just so I could add flight capabilities. And I personally think it came out pretty nice. But yeah, this way I get some nice boosters, along with some wings to the Helios, yeah. I'm still not sure that these are the kinds of wings that I really even want, but these were the ones that I had the easiest access to, because this kit, that aerial kit was available in store when I bought the Rabiot. So for the time being, at least, that's what he gets. HG Helios backpack. Let's see what that looks like. Oh yeah, that'd be an interesting backpack kit for him. I approve. I'm still looking for a good railgun to give my Rabiot, because that's going to be my probably my primary. But from that other option kit, I did build the that giant greatsword, which actually looks really neat after you panel line it and everything. And the random drill spear, which I still haven't figured out who to give that to yet. And that very nice riot shield that they give, which I have some ideas for later on. Strike Freedom Revive. Yeah, that's probably closer to the type of wings that I'd want to give mine. See if I can find a good picture of it. Yeah, there we go. Doesn't have a picture from the back, but yeah, that's probably closer to what I'd want for mine eventually. Oh, okay. Oh, that one's on sale, so maybe when I get paid again. So let's see, what do I do with you, friend? I almost want to give you the riot shield. But I would dare say the riot shield's heavier than you are. Payday's always dangerous when you're an adult. An adult with hobbies. Alright, so sticker kit can stay over there. I am gonna have to panel line the Alto at some point. And how am I gonna panel line this? I feel like I need a silver marker or a gray marker or a white marker or something if they even make that. Because the Roy's solid black. But yeah, I'll have to line you at some point. Of the two, I think I still prefer the Rabiot, just from an aesthetic perspective. But I can definitely see some uses for the Alto. What do I do with you, friendo? What do I do with you? You seem more like a scouting unit. Ooh, that is a pricey kit. Yeah, mass production fighter unit. Yeah, that Scorpion is a bit of a pricey girl. Looks neat, though. Excuse me. I do wish, as far as the 30-minute mission stuff, that there was more lore somewhere, or at the very least that the lore that they have was translated better. Because I would totally sit down and write some stuff for this, but I'd like to know that I'm not, breaking canon when I do it, if possible. Yeah, I've seen these kits over at USA Gundam. I've never seen this one though. Nice. Oh, I forgot that came with a kunai. Yeah, it should be a blast to build. It looks like it's got a lot going on. The random briefcase in this kit just... it's so weird to me. And the funny thing about this options part set, really the best reason to get it is because it comes with a runner that's just joints. And that's one thing that you don't really get a lot of extra with the 30-minute missions kits, is just joints to mess with. That kit comes with a ton of them. So in all honesty, I might buy a second one. This one was just parts as shown for the most part. I think this one came with a smaller joints runner as well, but not as many left over as that one. This is where I got the extra cannon that went on the shield that my Rabiot's using, as well as the leg thrusters. And it did have some extra joints as well. I haven't used these two yet, but I have some ideas for them. And then this thing, like I said, I built this, and about 5 minutes later I had already deconstructed it for the wing sections and the... yeah, that one. I really like the little shield for this one. That was cool. But yeah, there he is. One Alto built and out the door. And yeah, I think that Alto is gonna stick with the shield. Maybe the sniper rifle. Make him a recon unit. Alright, so what do I do now? Did my gunpla for the day. You need to go back up on the shelf. And then I need to get a shelf for you. I guess you can stay here for the time being. You can stay there for the time being. And your Roy can stay over here. Alright, so we're done with Gunpla for the day, even though I do have other sets that other kits I could build, but I'm not going to do any more of those today. So let's see. I think I'm going to continue with my list of blind bags to other things. So I'm going to start, or poly bags to other things. So I think I'm going to start with that. Just because. And actually, let's keep the desk clean because that's the mark of a well-maintained office. I may have to find a more rigid wedge at some point. So, Legos. I love Legos. And the funny part is, Legos are where my original passion was. I literally got into Gunpla within the last 2 months. But this is my bread and butter. This is what I grew up doing. And I still love it, and it's still fun. And let's see, can I have the instructions line on the model? So yeah, Lego Pod Racer. I don't even remember where I got this. Yeah, they're off frame, but I have a giant. Well, I'll have to take a picture of it and post in the chat at some point later. But I have more Legos than it seems, but not as much as I want. I'll say it like that. Alright, so what are we doing? We're making a Lego Pod Racer. Nice. Yeah, I went through a long period as an adult where I wasn't able to buy any because I was just broke and going to school. So now that I am past that point in my life, I am back to buying Legos, and now I have Legos, but I am poor. But I don't mind that so much. Where are those purple pieces again? Definitely gonna have to look for more sets that have those. Because the Wakanda sets have a lot of purple pieces, and they look really cool. That is a starkly silver piece. It's not silver in the painted way that they do, but it's like a plasticky silver, which I haven't seen before. Looks neat. I think I got 2 of them myself. That's actually what I was looking for when I wanted to stream today, but I never found them, and I don't know which drawer they went into. So at some point, those will get built on stream too. And honestly, one of the things I realized over time is that I really love a lot of these polybag sets. They have a lot of neat pieces in them, and the simplicity of their builds oftentimes is something that's appreciated. Yeah, the new X-Wings look really nice for their parts. Oh, hey, I appreciate that. Thank you. The interesting thing about me as well is I grew up building Legos, and there are a lot of pieces that exist nowadays that just flat out did not exist when I was younger. And I was trying to do the things that those pieces allow you to do when I was a kid. So it's nice to see that they caught wind of that and decided to accommodate. And I know it's mostly because of a lot of their licensing agreements. Because some of the Star Wars sets and some of the Marvel sets require them to have certain types of pieces that just flat out did not exist before. Put that one upside down. Oops. Yeah. Yeah, 4 solid purple lightsabers. It's amazing. I mean, if I can figure out where I got this, I may go buy another one. Oh, neat. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. But yeah, a lot of the polybag sets, in all honesty, I love them just for the spares that they give you. Very true, yes. close to the end. Yes, this is totally from the Halo soundtrack. That almost feels like it went by too fast. Not a bad set, though. And this one came with 2 purple lightsabers. I wonder if this was even still in print anymore. Pod Racer mini polybag. Oh, not seeing them at any common retailer is usually a bad sign. I think I have this one too somewhere. I never bought this. Yeah, usually if all you're seeing is eBay, that means it's out of print, so... Well, not a bad set, all in all. Quick, simple, to the point. Really nice. I like it. I was wondering where those went. Usually there aren't that many extra pieces. Okay. That one's probably going to get taken apart pretty quick because I have some ideas for where I could do what I could do with those parts. So, how about one more, since that one went by pretty quick? I'm sure most people who are into Star Wars have seen, what's it called? That one with, the Bounty Hunter. So let's do a mini Razor Crest. Yeah, these are nice little quick to build sets. And again, I've never really been a fan of the licensed properties that they've done. Like, you know, I like the licensed properties themselves, but I didn't really care for just buying model kits for these things. Almost exclusively when I buy these kits, I'm buying them for the pieces that they come with. Almost without fail, anytime I buy these, I'm buying them for their pieces. So let's see how you go together. That might be something to look into for later. Please don't.
Deep sea fish loves you forever, all as you're thinking over. Out of space when someone waits there, sound of jet they played for out. Deep sea fish loves you forever, all as you're thinking over. Out of space when someone waits there, sound of jet they played for out.
I like that. And that gives me an idea for later that I need to, I will experiment with that off stream, but I have a nice idea for later on when I do this again.
In the will, can you talk about deep sea with me? I'm a thinker, I could break it down. I'm a shooter, a dress.
This piece right here, this did not exist when I was a kid, and that piece is super important.
Deep sea with me. Deep sea fish loves you forever.
And that piece did not exist when I was a kid either.
Out of space when
Where is it?
someone waits there, sound of jet they
Like, this didn't exist when I was a kid either.
Deep sea fish loves you forever, all as you're thinking over. Out of space when someone waits there, sound of jet they played for out.
I haven't seen one of these in a while. I actually like this better because it shows the accurate colors. What the? Oh. Sort of familiar. Okay. Oh, I get 2 of these. You'll have to forgive me for not being more chatty as I'm doing this, but as I said previously, it's kind of my zen thing, so... See, that's the song from Lemmings I remember. Like level 1. Yeah, all of these decorative pieces and vents and things just were not around when I was a youngster. That's one I haven't seen before. The funny thing is, that was one of the first pieces I had picked up. Don't ask me to stack studs. Right, cargo hatch. Oh, that's funny. Okay. The Mandalorian has no face. Get a black minifig. Or a black head. Because the face isn't important. The mask is. Oh, that's dangerous. I'm gonna lose a lot of studs. That is really cool, though. I like that. That's dangerous. I'm gonna lose a lot of studs that way. Okay, so that Razor Crest looks actually really freaking nice. And the stud shooters are a nice touch that I was not expecting from such a tiny little kit. So I may have to go back and see if I can grab a couple more of these, because it'd be nice to have some of these stud shooters for my own things. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and see if I can find a couple more of these. These are nice. So let's see. I've been streaming for almost 3 solid hours. Do I have one more thing that I could knock out in 15 minutes, I wonder? I don't know where the rest of my polybags are. That's the problem, because otherwise I would have done those. I have 2 of those X-Wings, I just don't know where they are. We'll find where that stud went. I'll look later. I'm sure it's around somewhere. Yeah, I really like this set. The more I buy them, the more I build them, the more I realize I love these little polybag sets. And they're usually not more than $8. I think that's the most expensive polybag I've seen. Usually the ones that are more than that are in boxes. But these polybag sets are just great to build. And they come with some really, really awesome pieces. Like a lot of these curved pieces and decorative pieces, you'd have to buy much, much bigger sets a lot of times to see stuff like that. But, I mean, I've seen easily 5 or 6 different types of pieces in this set alone that I've never seen. The stud shooters are completely new to me. These curved pieces I've seen in some of the Speed Champion sets. These angled plates, I've seen them more recently, but those didn't exist when I was a kid, except for something else that wasn't Lego. Same with these curved plates. And I have a new console that I could add to another set that I'm planning on doing. It's really interesting because, like, I'm all the streams that I've done so far, I've sat here and I've built sets. I haven't done anything of my own yet. And part of the reason I think I haven't done that is because when I do, it's mostly just going to be me sitting around for 5 or 6 hours shuffling through my rather large vat of Legos and looking for pieces. I mean, I have some organization to them, like I have certain types of pieces in different boxes, but for the most part, it's just one giant thing that I have sitting on the floor, and I'd have to rifle through them. And I know that nobody likes the sound of what equivocates to glass on microphone in their ears. So I'm hesitant to just sit around and freeform build, and that's part of the reason that I have Studio on here for when I decide to, but I don't know Studio well enough to do an entire stream with it. Oh, excuse me. To do an entire stream with it yet, so I don't know. I'm in a bit of a quandary for now. I'll keep practicing with Studio offline until I feel comfortable enough to do it online, and then when I do, I'll probably do a lot more of that, because much as I would love to, buying random polybags every single time I go out just to stream with will get very expensive, even though I'm very tempted to do it. So, back burner that, and don't fret as far as stuff for me to build, because, like I said, I still have several more of the 30-minute missions kits to build. I have an unfortunate amount of Legos on my back burner, a lot of which are in the closet behind me, that you guys probably can't see because I'm pretty sure they're off frame. But I have anything ranging from more of these little poly bags to some really, really big stuff. Like, just from here, the International Space Station and the Space Shuttle sets are both up there. So yeah, I got some big stuff to build too. And all of that, of course, is leading up to me building some rather large sets. So just check back from time to time. I'll try and stream more often. Even if I don't do as long a stream, I'll stream more frequently so I can kind of get through my backlog a little bit. And then at some point, you're going to watch me take apart a lot of the stuff that I had on stream to add to my, personal collection. And then I will either start doing studio stuff, or if I can figure out a way to make it not sound like you guys are being assaulted auditorily or audibly, then I'll do freeform building on stream, because I used to love it. It's basically when I was a kid, my thing would be to either turn on a random TV show or put on a movie and just let my imagination wander, and I miss that. And in case you guys don't do that, it's good for you. You really ought to do it, especially if you're older. You really need to find something that you can just turn your mind off to and enjoy for the sake of enjoying it. It doesn't have to be something that you put on stream. It doesn't have to be something that you do with anybody else. It's just something for you, that you do for you to zone out for a little while. Turning off your mind is good for you sometimes. Don't forget that. Especially as you get older, don't forget that. Turning off your mind is good for you sometimes. But it's focused distraction, because, like I was saying with like this thing, for example, the little crystal puzzle that I have, even this is something. I wonder how bad this would actually be if I wanted to do it now. But yeah, there's no instructions that come with this thing. It's just like their master sheet for all of the different things that they sell, the bag that has the pieces in it, and literally nothing else in the box. But it's all stuff that for me at least, it's nice to zone out and just turn my mind off and go, oh, it does come with a stand. Because I saw that a couple of the ones that were online, like, they showed a stand, but they didn't include it in the piece count. So good, at least I know how I'm going to display this thing when I get done with it. Wonder how long it would take you to do that. Next time. Anyway. Oh, why am I even doing that on this screen? Screen. That is a two-step process. Yes. So anyway, like I was saying, I have fun doing this. I love doing this, and it's a good, it's a good way to decompress. Everybody needs a hobby, and I've gone for a long, long time without indulging in mine. So it's nice to be able to get back into that, and it's nice to be able to share that with everybody out there. And yes, I know I haven't done a whole lot of gaming in a while on stream. I think, what was the last thing I played? It wasn't Bloodstained, it wasn't Trials of Mana. Oh, what was the last thing I played on stream? I don't know. But I'm gonna be off for a couple of days, and I'm gonna have a couple of days over the course of the month, so I'm gonna try and stream a little more. Maybe not as long, but I'll stream more frequently while I'm able. So, I don't know, maybe expect one tomorrow, I'm thinking. And I'll probably start earlier tomorrow, that way I can stream for a longer duration, because I had some stuff I needed to take care of today, which is why I didn't start at noon the way I intended to, but that's okay. You know what? Why not? It's not like I'm doing anything at the moment. We're gonna do one more before I go. I have no idea how long this is gonna take, because judging these is kind of difficult, as I said. So I'm just going to freestyle it, and when I finish this, the stream will be over. That sounds good. What am I building? Okay, did I put that up here? I think I put that up here. What am I building? That's what I'm building. So as you can see, there is a giant mess on my desk. I'm going to assume that that is complete. Alright, so let's see. We have a diamond. Now, usually the way that these things go is there is a central axis that everything kind of sits on. And the very last piece is the piece that screws into that to keep everything solid. So let's see if I can figure out what that is first. Is that you? I don't think that's you. So yeah, there's almost always one piece at the very, very bottom that everything screws into. Or maybe more than one piece, actually. But yeah, the thing about these is they're more like jigsaw puzzles than anything else. I'm just gonna sit over there for a bit because I need to organize my thoughts a little bit. I'm gonna have to look for the skull one that I had. I have absolutely no idea where that went. That's right, these layer. That's how these work.
There was no catharsis. My punishment continues to elude me. I simply am not there.
Okay, and now I know where the origin and endpoints are. I think. Or not.
I simply am not.
Now I've got your power.
Give me that, Give me that. It's a done deal. Oh, wicked one. Megan's too weak to be programmed. Megan's too weak to be programmed. Oh, wicked one. Oh, man, to the rescue. Oh, man, to the rescue.
I think my NES is broken. So those two are the same piece. They're all the same piece. I was totally looking at that wrong. I thought that was a split level, but it's not. So. This layer, next layer. That's seen, but that's not now. It doesn't preserve this. So eventually. those go there. But I'm missing a layer. Sometimes you're just asking the wrong question. No, I'm not supposed to. Now we start getting into minor asymmetries. Oh. Oh, not time for you yet? Okay. That's the one I was looking for. Chaos Emerald complete. I love these things. I really do. They're such nice, just Zen state things to do. Alright, so I actually ended up building everything that was on my desk. So I'm actually quite happy with that. So, I did say that I was going to cut the stream when I finished this. And I managed to get another almost solid hour out of it. I'd say that was well worth it. It's kind of impressive how a 43-piece jigsaw puzzle can take a little longer than you would expect, but I'd say the results speak for themselves. Well worth it. Where can I put you, I wonder? I wonder if I can get another shelf to fit here. Put it over there. The controllers or something. I don't know. I'll find somewhere nice for it, but I'm probably going to buy some more of these puzzles. I've always had a thing for these. Where's that sheet that I had before? Put it back in the bag, in the box, didn't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. I know I have the treasure chest lying around somewhere. I know I have the treasure chest lying around somewhere. I don't know where my skull ended up. So I'll have to find that. I can't remember if I bought the apple or not. Yeah, there's lots of these that, the water crown's pretty neat too. But yeah, I'll see if I can remember where I put the rest of them, and I'll do another one on stream at some point. Like Mindbender jigsaw puzzles that give you something a little neat to look at when you're done. I think it's 7:15. I think this is a pretty good time to cut stream, so I'm going to, oh, how about I do something smart and find someone who is streaming on Twitch that I can throw to, because that would be polite. Who's someone that I like to watch? I'm going to throw you guys to a friend of a friend. His name's Tristan, so be nice when you get there. One sec, let me get that all set up. I think that's how you spell it. Some of these platforms can be so weird sometimes when you're trying to actually... Alright, so I'm going to throw you guys to a raid of my buddy Tristan. Be nice when you get there, say hello and tell him where you came from. I think I am going to take my leave for the evening because I've gotten an almost 4-hour stream out of this, and honestly, it doesn't even feel like it. This time flew through way too fast. So, like I said, there's a fairly high likelihood I'll be back tomorrow, and I'll either do 2 more of the 30-minute missions kits, or some more Legos, or maybe start a game, finally. I don't know. We'll find out. I'll see what I'm in the mood for tomorrow. Because what I was actually going to do, the game I wanted to play, I'm having some technical difficulties getting set up, so that's why I'm not actually just going straight into games tonight. So maybe by now and tomorrow I'll get that worked out. If not, we'll figure something out. There's plenty for me to do and plenty for you guys to see, and it's all about chat anyway when I do this. So in the meantime, this is Aller0 with 0 Hour Gaming. Overclocked Remix is my everlasting plug because Overclocked Remix is amazing, and whatever you do out there, make it better than you found it, because it'll always be better for the next person. Take care, guys.